Beautiful. Hey guys, I have a tough job. I gotta deliver 8 hours worth of talking in an hour and a half. And you guys just had lunch. Oh, the blood's going to the stomach, right? The brain is like, let me take a break. Guys, I want you to buckle up because I'm gonna have no mercy on you, all right? I want to really make your Friday worth, it is my intention to deliver this afternoon a series of conversations, I call them, that truly going to give you some insights to where you are at, to the economy around you, to what's going on, and how you can take, part of all that's going on. I know really well that in the morning we're talking about the internal language. It is impossible for you to become rich if your internal language will not allow you. Okay? So that's one thing I want to say, and that's why I guess in a series of speakers coming along, that gets addressed off the cab. The other thing I want to say to you, though, is it is my job this afternoon to get you to wake up, because I am serious about the fact that I believe that all of us are hypnotized to work for money. It is a deep hypnosis, and you're being deeply hypnotized. This afternoon, I am going to rattle the cage. I'm going to wake you up. You're going to get depressed. You're going to get excited. You're going to hate me, and you're going to love me. All these emotions are going to go through. Straight after lunch. Right? And you think, what are we doing? So guys, what I'm about to do is to take you to a few concepts. Now, I'm very clear that 90% of what I'm going to say, you already know. Excuse me? Whoa, and you're going to take an hour and a half to tell me something I already know? It's just that the conversations we're about to have, you're supposed to have at home. You're supposed to have a dinner with your family. But I am so aware that these conversations don't happen. They don't happen at school. They don't happen at home. And you wonder why. So today, we are going to have those conversations. We are going to really tackle them, right? So I'm very clear. I got 8 hours worth of material, and I'm going to cover in an hour and a half. I already spent 10 just introducing it, right? And it's going to be like, I want you to stay with me, okay? The disclaimer here is very straightforward. It's only saying that if you get some ideas here today and you become a multimillionaire out of it, not my fault. All right? It is my passion to show you how wogs get into Australia and become multimillionaires. That's my passion. You see, I have an accent, but I'm 100% Aussianized. Best country in the world. There's nothing like this place. So it is my passion to show you how a 20-year-old arrives here without a word of English and within a few years build what we built. Every one of you will walk out of here knowing what to do in a frame of reference called Australia for wealth creation. I'm going to show you this step by step. And my purpose is not just to wake you up, but to empower you. So when you walk out of this door here, you will know some major conversations to have your house in order. This weekend, you'll be thrown into almost like a roller coaster. You're going to pick up a lot of ideas. But we are the boring people. What do you mean? You have to understand that in order to become a multi-millionaire, you have to have your house in order. You have to have your accounting in order. You have to have your finance in order. You have to have your financial plan. You have to have a greater understanding of how things go. And that's what I'm about to do. Okay? So I'm going to take that. That's my purpose. Now, this is the sequence of events every human being goes through when you're about to learn anything. The best analogy I can give you right now is, remember when you were 5 or 6 and your mother said to you, hop in a car. You already at 5 or 6, you knew that this machine would take you places. But as far as driving is concerned, you did not know how to drive. So you were unconscious and incompetent about driving. Are you with me? So just stay there with me. Imagine you were 5, you were 6, and you were unconscious and incompetent about driving. Yet, you understand the concept of hopping in a car and going to grandmother's house. Okay? But then when you're 15 or 16, you want this sense of independence, wanted to go places, do your own thing. You become conscious that you do not know how to drive. Right? You become conscious that you are incompetent as a driver. Okay, got that. But at that moment, you get really excited about the possibility of driving. When you are conscious that you do not know, that's where pain lives. And that's what's hard. But the excitement about driving, you break it through, and you then suddenly become conscious and competent. That's when you start actually getting the back of a wheel and you start driving. Do you remember your first parallel parking? Oh my God. Oh, right? Now, at that moment, you're not very familiar with yourself, familiar with the environment, and that pain is there too. But suddenly you become unconsciously competent. Most of us drive from work to home and we don't even know what happened. It's just totally automatic, pilot. Are you with me? Now think about this now from an investment perspective. We all know that money makes money. We all know that investments are all around us. But the truth is, because of the education we had, the conversations we had at school with your parents, we are unconsciously incompetent. Let me prove it to you how deeply hypnotized people are. Imagine this is a party. Imagine that we are at an investment party. And we can talk anything about money here. It's cool to do it. Imagine now you went around and start asking people, how's your super? How's your superannuation doing? 50% of the people in this room will say, I don't know. Now to the boss, it's just another tax. To the government, it's a measure so they don't have to support you. But most of us, we don't know. Why? Because we are unconscious, and we are incompetent. You see? But the moment that I start talking like this, you are here this afternoon because you are conscious that you need to learn. That's why you came. But what is going to happen is that as you start to understand, goodness me, I'm incompetent, I need to learn this, that's where your pain is going to live. But if you break it through, suddenly you start becoming conscious and competent in conversations with others. How did you do that? How did you set up that company? How did you make that investment? Where did you place your money? The humans have this great ability of learning. And suddenly you become unconscious and competent. In other words, you just wake up and in your DNA, you are an investor. My role this afternoon is try to take you all the way. All right? Okay, so let's go.